Welcome back to our video, guys. Now, Arsenal reportedly closing in a deal to sign Eberechi Eze after a stellar season with Crystal Palace. As we know, a fantastic player, used to play in the academy for Arsenal. Can we run it back? I'm sure, it's going to be a fan favorite type of signing this summer window. In today's video, we're going to break down everything on the Eze deal. How is he going to fit into Arsenal's team? How is he going to elevate us next season as well? Is he going to be the missing piece to take Arsenal to the Premier League title? If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you do a cool smash like on the video. It'd be greatly appreciated. Subscribe channel if you are new, as we are very, very close to 14K. You could be that last subscriber to reach 14K. You could be one of my 14,000 subscribers if you guys get down there and subscribe. We do daily Arsenal content. But let's get right into things, people. So, in terms of the deal and details of it, we start with this. Eze has agreed personal terms with Arsenal. The player is really pushing for the move. He told all his family that he wants Arsenal over any other club. And yeah, he is looking, and he has agreed personal terms with the Gunners. We're also at right now, reports are confirming that Crystal Palace are waiting for Arsenal, and I expect Arsenal to make an offer in the next coming weeks for Eberechi Eze. He did have a release clause of around £68 million, but that has now expired. So Arsenal are going to have to get down to negotiations with club-to-club talks with Crystal Palace to try and sort out a fee for Eberechi Eze. Arsenal are big admirers of Eze, as we know, and however, it may take some outgoings first. Arsenal will have to sell some players first. That is currently Arsenal's main priority, is to sell players before they can actually go and buy and push for a move for Eze. And Ben Jacobs also confirmed yesterday that Arsenal actually view Eze as a number 10 signing. Thought we would sign him as a left winner. We're going to talk about where he's going to fit in both positions and how he can fit in both positions. We're going to talk about overall him as a player, guys. So, of course, Eze had a remarkable 24-25 campaign with Palace, being a big part on why scoring that goal in the final in the FA Cup with them. A fantastic achievement for a club like Crystal Palace and for Eze himself as well. Of course, all competitions, he delivered 25 goal contributions in 43 games. In the Premier League alone, he got 16 goals and assists in just 29 appearances. And let's just remember as well, with all due respect to Crystal Palace, I'm sure he's going to get double that, especially with the players around him and that's obviously he's going to get anyway, playing for Arsenal. So, yeah, already impressed massively with those numbers right there. So in terms of Eze as a player, I'm going to talk about some of his attributes and strengths. Eze is one of the most complete and talented players in the Premier League. That's quite clear. Dribbling, creativity. He's excellent in terms of one-on-one, incredible vision in tight spaces as well. Passing, of course, and what I love about Eze the most is he plays direct. Yeah, even if he's on the left wing, he always tries to cut inside and play more centrally. And this will really suit our striker. It will really suit Vitz Gyökeres up front. We're going to need to play more direct next season. Arteta's going to have to change signing up in terms of that playing, because Gyökeres loves it. He is going to thrive with us playing direct, making those runs in behind, getting him behind the defenders, those through balls in. It could take that simple through ball into Gyökeres. I've seen it so many times from certain players of Sporting, and he thrives off that as well. And Eze is certainly top class at doing that as well. And what I love about Eze is he's got that goal scoring ability as well. It's not just the involvement, such as the assists, not just the created chances, but he can score goals as well. And he saw some brilliant goals. I mean, the one he scored against us, the 2-2 game was superb. Quite a few goals last season for Palace, just absolutely superb. His work rate and his pressing is actually really, really good for Palace. We know how big of a thing that is for Arsenal and how Arteta wants to play, and how you see it when Havertz and Odegaard play. They're the two they're like an outlet when it comes to pressing teams so high up. Eze is very, very good, and the work rate's there, and the pressing ability is there as well. So one of Arsenal's most biggest kryptonites, one of Arsenal's most biggest weakness is the low block. You look at last season, 14 draws Arsenal had last season from low blocks. 21 points dropped from winning positions. And when we came up against these teams, with all due respect to these teams in the Premier League, we couldn't break them down. Arteta had no way of solving that. Eze could be that solution. Eze has his ability to draw fouls, draws quite a lot of fouls. That's the only way you can really stop the guy. Pull defenders out wide. You know, creating that space in compact defenses as well against these low block teams. He's very good in the tight areas like that. He also routinely drifts inside from wide and drags midfielders, you know, to open space. And that's what he could do for players, for our winners like Saka, for example, Gyökeres, even on whoever we play on the left wing as well. We can see that left side really improve, even if Eze is, you know, hopefully going to play in the central position as well. And he's also excels at the underlapping runs, which is going to be really, really beneficial for breaking down sort of, you know, these low block teams. So as I stated earlier, in Arteta's system, it seems like Arsenal see Eze as a number 10. That's his natural position. That's the benefit right there. It's his natural position, and that is where I personally would play him. But then it comes to question, we've got Odegaard there. What is he going to do with Odegaard? If you drop Odegaard, you play Eze, captain of Arsenal, is Arteta going to really drop Odegaard? Then you think, you look elsewhere. Could Eze play more deep in a number 8 role, sort of? But then you got Rice there. You know, you're not going to drop Declan Rice, £100 million player. Then you got Zubimendi, who we just signed. What, you can really drop Zubimendi? So it comes a point where if we are going to sign Eze, I would definitely play him there. And it would be, for me, Odegaard is stepping up his game. If he doesn't, he gets dropped. I don't care if he's the captain. He gets dropped for that. I look at it both ways, and I think both, if we sign him and he plays on the left, it's definitely got its benefits. It's an upgrade on what we got. But let's talk about him centrally. Natural position. He offers more penetrating passes than quick combinations around strikers such as Gyökeres, something that we really lacked last season. I feel like you play as a natural position, Gyökeres will thrive. He will thrive. And then, you know, as a left winger, he can cut inside on his stronger foot, as that unpredictability. However, what I love about him on the left, he still finds a way to drift in central pockets. He still finds a way to drift more centrally, where he's suited more naturally, if you know that makes sense there. Not only that as well, he can obviously switch roles mid-game, which we see quite a lot of Arsenal players do. You know, many players, especially under Arteta, sometimes, for example, Trossard moves centrally, but then he can move to the left. I mean, we see Arteta try to play Havertz on the right. You know, Odegaard seems to love that right-hand side a little bit. Like many players, obviously, Arteta with all this inverted stuff in the middle with Lewis Skelly, like Eze will be able to free roam around sort of thing. So towards the left-hand side, but in particular in the more central position as well. He's got that versatility there that we know Arteta loves. So, how does he elevate Arsenal then? For me, this is my opinion. I think he adds much needed creativity and goal contributions, which we've been missing. The big thing for me is he's boosts the ability to unlock the low blocks. That's the big thing. We need someone there to unlock low blocks, and that's what certainly Eze has proved that he can do. He's moving in the half spaces as well. You know, really impressive. And I honestly think, you know, this guy could be the missing piece to take us over the line. I really do, because you look into the attack. You got Eze, Gyökeres, Saka. Even behind that with Rice, Zubimendi. And the big thing for me, I look at with Eze, you sign him as a natural, you know, in his natural position. The competition will be there for Odegaard. It should make Odegaard the player that he was once upon a time, a few years ago. Odegaard should be getting back to that level. Because if he doesn't, he needs to realize, and this is what it should be, if ruthless Arsenal Football Club should be ruthless in this aspect, Arteta should be ruthless as a manager and say, you ain't performing, Odegaard. Eze is there now. Eze will take your place. Don't matter if you're captain. Give it to someone else. Give it to Rice or Gabriel. But Eze is here now. Eze will take your place if you do not step up. That should give Odegaard that healthy competition to, all right, I've got to step up and we could see better out of Odegaard. As I said, even if we do sign Eze as a left winner, he's proved that he can play there. It's not his natural position, but I think he can certainly do a better job than what we've been seeing on the left-hand side. So, yeah, listen, Eze for me, absolute no-brainer. I think he is the missing piece to really solve Arsenal's kryptonite, and that's low blocks as well. And I think he could be up there in terms of taking us over the line to win this Premier League title finally. I'd love to hear you guys' opinions down below on Eze and how much you think this will be a good signing. Or if you don't, please let me know you guys' opinions. The comment section is there. I will read, of course, every single comment, reply to you guys as always. If you enjoyed this type of video, make sure you guys do like on the way out if you haven't already, and subscribe if you are new. We do daily Arsenal content. And I'll catch you guys in my next one. Arsenal sign Eze. Hopefully, this deal will happen soon and he will be that missing piece for Arsenal. Thank you everyone who watched. Thanks for your time, and I'll catch you guys very, very soon.